3v3 faction war Typhon Arena. It's Eldar versus Grey Knights, game 3. First up is Tyger as a Warp Spider Exarch teleporting commander that fights range combat, great for capping and harassing early on with good control abilities later. Alongside, HansMoleman is an Eldar Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs for her army and some debuffs for yours. Adila rounds out the Eldar as a Warlock, good mobility, fights in melee combat, awesome disruption and can tank damage as well. For the Grey Knights, the three brother captains are Phantom Land, Dark Riku and Caeltos, the lead designer of Elite Mod. These are durable melee commanders that walk through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support. Typhon Arena then, a decent map for the Grey Knights, I think, trying to get a game back versus the Eldar. This is the third game, Eldar taking both of the first games, the second one quite handily as well. And Phantom Land starting a game of triple Stormtroopers, Dark Riku and Caeltos both going for Strike Squad, and all three Eldar players again getting Howling Banshees on the field. They have caused so much pain so far in the series. If you want to know what the new faction war format is all about, go and read the description. Basically, each faction will play each faction 3 times. I cast all of the games as opposed to cherry picking the best games, and they all go up and they all get scored on a league table, and at the end of the season we see which faction was best. It's not to be taken entirely seriously since the teams will be changing between the faction wars, but should be interesting to some. If you want to know more about it, read the description. 500, 484 Strike Squad and double Stormtroopers really putting the hurt on us Banshees, but they get away with 4 models. Grey Knights looking strong at the bottom. Adila getting doubled. Where is Hans? He's making his way down. And Stormtroopers are whacked out by something. What happened there? Were they just shot to death? I think so. Phantom Land gets another squad out though, and he's getting sergeants up for all of them. 485, 484, 2-to-1 cap for the Grey Knights early on. It's going to be difficult, very difficult for Phantom Land to combat a teleporting Warp Spider Exarch at the top of Typhon Arena though. He's in retreat. 475, 484, 2-to-1 steal for the Grey Knights. And they're putting a lot of pressure on the bottom. Hans is here. We have 4 Dire Avenger squads, 3 of them with their aspects. And sergeants going up for the Stormtroopers. 460, 484. There is the Canticle of Absolution from Caeltos, regenerating energy for his allied units and preventing enemies from using abilities. Such an interesting ability that the brother captain has, and something that Grey Knights can do across the board. They also have a global called Dark Excommunication, which prevents enemies using abilities map wide for about 12 seconds I think, and that thing can really win you engagements. 458, 484. Unfortunately for me, it's not always easy to spot when it goes off. That was an awesome grenade. Who was that? Hans, I think. Took out 4 Stormtrooper models, I believe. Strike Squad in melee stance, chasing down the Guardian Weapon team. Adila has been caught here, needs to run away. Howling Banshee's idle as well, and the Guardian Weapon team does run away. 451, 484. Howling Banshee's not wanting to get involved, I think. Already low. Might just try and cap. Yes, 446, 484. Stormtroopers with grenade launchers up. Phantom Land under pressure at the top of the map, gets 4 Stormtrooper squads. This is going to be some serious range DPS in tier 1, but Tyger just needs to get a shuriken and he's going to shut down all 4 of them. 434, 484. Special attack from the brother captain, who seems to have 2 different special attacks. That one and a 360 kind of Psyker knockback. Howling Banshees decapping, now going to go and try and chop up this brother captain, who, unlike the Chaos Lord, doesn't have Kill the Weak to deter melee squads from going after him early on. There's a special attack again, 428, 484, and he gets away. Does he? Going to get chased down. Looks like he will get away, or maybe not. 428, 484, you never know when Howling Banshees are chasing. Here come 5 Stormtrooper squads for Phantom Land. Here comes the 5th one. What the heck is he up to? 428, 484. Web Brigade already up. Strat squad backing off. These are Caeltoses. Dire Avengers trying to get a grenade off. There it is. Beautifully done. Direct hit on the Strat squad. The damage was shared, so they don't lose a model, but Howling Banshee's in there now, and they lose 2 to those power melee kicks. He might lose the entire squad, in fact. No, they do get away. 25 hit points. Awesome passage of play. That was all HansMoleman there. Farseer has Spirit Stones and Armor of Fortune, so some great support on the field for these Banshees. 428, 476. Purgation up for Dark Riku. Those 5 Stormtroopers for Phantom Land. And he's getting bled a little here by Tyger. Looks like he lost 3 models there, but has forced him off. Killed a couple of Dire Avengers and needs to push forward and cap, but he decided to retreat his understrength squads instead. 428, 447. Tyger with double Howling Banshees again, which we saw in game 2 against Riku on the west side. Riku doing his best to deal with double Banshees, but it's so difficult as Grey Knights unless you get double Purgation, I suppose. Interceptors on the field for Caeltos. Teleporting infantry that fight in melee combat. 550 though, they are expensive, but they are reasonably strong in all respects, both DPS and health wise. 400 hit points per man of heavy infantry armor. Really become much more powerful in tier 2. There is Canticle the Absolution. Really good synergy with Interceptors since it regenerates their energy, teleporting into Guardian Weapon Team. And Adila's might lose this squad. Loses a model. Only 1 model went down, that was lucky. 428, 414. Interceptors trying to finish them off with the retreat. And almost did. They did, in fact. That's a big win for Grey Knights. Was this? This is the Warps of Exarch going down. Looks like Phantom is going to come and hit power now. No, he's going to come and defend power. Double Banshees going after it. All those power melee attacks going in. Banshees are reasonable, more than reasonable at hitting power. But now they have 5 sergeanted Stormtrooper squad shooting at them. And look at the damage. They do have their melee resistance aura up because they're in melee with the generators. Bang. Down go 2 models. And all of the Stormtroopers forcing melee and now shoot them on retreat. Can they finish them off? They can. Banshee squad down, but they did wipe the power. No, they didn't. They took out 2 generators. 415, 409. Forcing melee again. They're not going to do it again, are they? Howling Banshee still with 5 models. Down goes 1. Down goes another. That was alright. Is he going to go and hit power now? Warlock is going to come and revive the Warps of Exarch. What is this? Healthier strike. Banshees moving in. These are Adilas. With just 1 model they get away. Interceptors very lucky to get out. 70 hit points across 2 models. Caeltos saving them with a special attack from, I think it was a Strike Squad that got it off. And Phantom Land now hitting power with his 5 Stormtroopers, making short work of the generators here. Brother Captain teleporting into the Guardian Weapon Team, forcing off the Dire Avengers. Can he finish his power harass? 393, 408. Look at that. That was 1 volley. And there's another one, and down goes the generator. Here come Banshees now, but they're not going to be able to run against this. Tyger's Banshees almost level 2, but the power is whacked by Phantom, and he might be able to decap that as well. 393, 407. Purgation with Psy Cannons. Hitting power alongside Strat Squad, who have their Justicar, yes. Everyone tier 2, Adila, the last to go, Tyger with Wraithguard, and they will liquefy those Stormtroopers. He's going to need to get the Brother Captain in very quickly to tie them up. He's going to go down here though. No, teleports out. Hit the power, capped and teleported out. Nicely done. But what is he doing? Why is he going back? Oh, his VP is capped, that's why. Needs to leave that, I think, to Caeltos and move across and try and cap up the map here. We have the Nemesis Demon Hammer up for the Brother Captain with Demolishing Strike. 100 DPS of melee damage as well. Will help greatly versus the Banshees, especially since they're being supported so well by this Farseer Spirit Stones and Armor of Fortune. We might see double Wraith Guard from Tyger. Double Howling Banshees going after those Stormtroopers, and they're all infiltrating from the recon kit. Also allows them to sprint. Banshees will just keep moving, I think, to try and get close enough to spot them. There we go. Need to use the War Shout. There we go. Didn't suppress all of the squads though. Special attacks going off, and that's a full retreat from Phantom. That was a messy engagement for him. Should have split them up when he backed off. 386, 383. 2-to-1 cap for the Grey Knights, and they are locking down this power here. Riku is up, hitting it with Purgation Incinerators. Interceptors do have their Justicar for Caeltos up to 1760 hit points at level 2, and the Grey Knight Dreadnought on the way. Can the Grey Knights win a game in this series? Such a difficult matchup against Eldar. There is the Nemesis Vortex by Dark Riku. Can we see this thing go off? There it is, a controllable field of energy. Wraithguard getting shots in, and boom, there's the explosion. Canticle of Absolution is up. Wraithguard getting big shots on that Strat Squad, and they're going to be wiped by the Banshees. Those were Dark Riku's. Wow, that was nasty. Wraithguard, good damage to all targets from that short range. They are terrible in melee though, as you can see, just running away from that Interceptors. They also suppress infantry. Get a nice speed buff as well from this Warlock leader. The Warps of Exarch himself will not give them that speed buff, but the Warlock commander and the Farseer commander will. They do have Wraith Sight. 372, 378. Good passage of play for the Grey Knights, locking down his power, killing stuff. And again, Canticle of Absolution supporting his Interceptors, which are now level 3. They go from being very lucky to get away without wiping to getting level 3. And a full power up here now for Eldar, since the other one is locked down. Phantom lands, Brother Captain level 2. Has still 5 Stormtrooper squads. Here comes a Grey Knight Dreadnought for Dark Riku, who starts off with this multi-melter. Good damage to all targets from close range, and has the Maelstrom ability. 366, 370. Farseer is level 3. Warps of Exarch level 2 with improved targeters. Has Warp Spiders up, and Phantom Land needs to engage there. What is he doing? He can easily outshoot that. Oh, he's looking after this retreat path, I think. These are Caeltos' Stormtroopers in retreat. And what is Dire Avengers doing? They're splitting up strangely here. Some odd pathing. 361, 370. What's going on, bots? Grey Knights are swarming it. HansMoleman getting doubled here, I think. Interceptors teleporting in with furious intervention given to them by their Justicar and knocking back those Dire Avengers. The last model took a little while to come in. Their Justicar also has power melee. 348, 370. Adila just with an Autarch and Dire Avengers now. Seems to have been caught in doubles a few times. There's always a risk in 3v3. Whoa! That was an insane volley from those Wraithguard. Phantom starting to outfit his Stormtroopers with plasma guns to combat the heavy armor of Wraithguard. Wraithguard also can't be suppressed, which is good to know. They're very good at taking down turrets and things. Banshee's trying to hit power again, but here comes a Dreadnought, Brother Captain and Side Cannon Purgation to scare them away. 333, 370. Grey Knights with a small VP lead, but they are doing a lot better here in game 3. Phantom Land with the unconventional 5 Stormtrooper build, but the top is completely blue. Tyger handling it well so far with this Wraithguard and these Warp Spiders. Just completely outmaneuvering Phantom Land at the top. 333, 351, maybe 4 Stormtroopers and a Rhino would have been better. Wraithguard caught in retreat, that's nasty. But they do get away with 2 models, or do they? Interceptors teleporting in, retreat path, take down another one. It's not cheap to reinforce Wraithguard, I don't think. There's the triple cap though for Eldar. Grey Knights, I think, are they tripling top? Looks like they are. Here come the whole bunch of stormtroopers with plasma guns. This is nuts. Interceptors teleporting into those Banshees again. There's the Maelstrom, and that hurt those Banshees big time. Double Banshees up for Hans. Sometimes you see him get a second Banshee squad in tier 2 when he's running a Farseer. Aspect of Strength and Fleetness up. Interceptors chasing. These guys level 4, 23, 42 hit points on a jump squad. Teleporting that even. Purgation are going to go down here though. These are Dark Rikus or not. Banshees did not go after them. They're going after the Dreadnought instead. Haywire Grenade goes up. Stormtroopers trying desperately to repair, but they are wiped out. Those were Caeltos, I believe. There's the Canticle Absolution. Interceptors teleporting in. Grey Knight Dreadnought tanking the Banshees with help from Maelstrom and survives. 333, 269. Interceptors teleporting in again. These guys have been awesome in this game. And Warp Spiders flee for their lives. Caeltos floating insane amounts of resources is in tier 3. Could drop a Land Raider Crusader right now. No, he couldn't. Needs 200 power. What am I talking about? He's going for some more Stormtroopers. 333, 255. Dark Riku also in tier 3. Phantom Land going now. Going the entire game so far with just Stormtroopers. And Eldar behind in tech because this power has been locked down for so much of the game. We do have Dire Avengers hitting Grey Knight's power though, but they've also stolen this farm. 333, 247. Phantom Lad needs to split up his forces and start capping. What is he doing? I have no idea. 333, 247 is a 1-to-1 cap. This is Dark Riku down, level 4 Brother Captain. Level 7 Brother Captain for Caeltos. Wow. How's he got that much XP? Nemesis Demon Hammer up, and the Mantle of Terror, which you've seen Canticle Absolution used a bunch of times. Stopping Dire Avengers from throwing grenades, stopping Howling Banshees from using Warshout, stopping Commanders from using any abilities, of course. Interceptors teleporting in, disrupting all of this stuff. Here come Howling Banshees though, double Howling Banshees. And Interceptors teleporting the hell out of there. There is the Gravity Blade Levitation Field, but it misses everything. Now double Brother Captains going after the Farseer. Are we going to see Demolishing Strike? That was a special attack. There is Demolishing Strike. Only hit a few Banshees though. Interceptors teleporting in, and again, just to disrupt 288, 247. A huge advantage that Interceptors do have is that their teleport doesn't have a minimum range. They can do it while they're in combat and disrupt. Interceptors with 2 models, 120 hit points, so they should be okay. 279, 247. Lots of Stormtroopers in retreat. That was a big engagement there. 276, 247. Grey Knights again sweeping across the bottom. Phantom Land losing one of his Stormtroopers, and Caeltos drops a Land Raider Crusader. Hurricane Bolters on the side sponsors will suppress from long range. Also has a twin-linked assault cannon and a close range multi-melter. 266, 247. Purgation level 2 for Riku with those side cannons as a grenade, easily dodged. He's going to try and finish this cap. And they'll be able to shoot this Wraith Lord as it comes in. This is Tyger's with a Shuriken cannon on its shoulder. Finishes the cap, but is going to lose at least one model, you would think. There's a grenade attempt a bit too early though, and they survive. Wraith Guard can't really hit moving targets. These are Hans. Stormtroopers capping bottom. Dreadnought, Grey Knight Dreadnought I should say, is down here. 263, 228. Is this the new one? Or is it the same one that was at the top? Not sure. Tyger still has the top completely under control here. Phantom Lands, 4 Stormtroopers. Very, very scared of those Wraith Guard that are moving in here. Brother Captain needs to go and tie them up right now. Looks like he's trying to do that. Nope, he's going after the Warps of Exarch, who's in heavy cover there. 263, 206. Wraith Lord doing so much DPS with that shoulder mounted weapon, and the Brother Captain is going to die here. Poor mistake to teleport in. This is Caeltos with a level 4 strike squad now, doubling top. And Tyger is alone. Can he hold against this? There's the teleport in. They also have their grenades up, and they have their Nemesis focus. These are fully upgraded interceptors. There's a Psych Out grenade draining energy from all of this stuff. But now the interceptors themselves have no energy. Nemesis focus giving them more damage and more health, which is why they have so much health at level 4. There's the crack grenade. Nicely done. A snare, and I think it's 150 damage to vehicles. Will also knock back infantry, I believe. 263, 189. I think Psych Out grenades do not need any energy to use, but crack grenades do. Red team sitting pretty a bot. Perhaps should hit this power for good measure. 263, 189, or perhaps push against this one. Adila goes tier 3. All of the Grey Knight players are tier 3, and I think Phantom Land just dropped a Land Rover Crusader. There we go. We're going to have 2 of them to deal with. Hans is pushing around, flanking this one, which is Caeltos's. Wraith Lord can't really do much from range with its shuriken. 260, 189. Here comes the flank. Wraith Guard with guide on them. Starting ability of the Farseer, and it's such a good one as well. But look at this. Dark Riku has paladins on the field. Super heavy infantry that walk through cover and cannot be suppressed with those Nemesis Demon Hammers, which are heavy melee. They also passively buff nearby allies, and Hans needs to retreat out of there. 241, 189. All 3 Grey Knight players top, and they finally have their natural back. What is Phantom doing? His Land of the Crusaders in trouble now, taking shots from Wraith Guard, unable to fire its weapons because of that Haywire grenade. And now the Wraith Lord is getting melee attacks. It's lost half of his hit points already. More web brigates going up here. Level 3 Wraith Guard for Tyger has some more as well. And they are getting their Warlock. Chasing down this Land Raider. What's going on mid? Looks like we can have a flank here from Riku and Caeltos. Riku's brother captain just did the Nemesis Vortex, but he's level 5. Teleporting in. Are those interceptors going to throw a crack grenade, are they? There it is. But missed the Wraith Lord. Strike squad in retreat path. Looks like these guys have their Nemesis focus upgrade, which improves their melee damage and their health. Is this another Land Raider Crusader? Goodness, it is. This is from Dark Riku, obviously. 217, 189. There's 3 Land Raider Crusaders to deal with. I don't think that's going to be easy with the supporting army that the Grey Knights have. Paladins, beastly interceptors, and now Grey Knight Terminators for Caeltos. 208, 189. Looks like the Grey Knights are going to storm through and win one of the games. Level 4 interceptors throwing their Psych Out grenades, but it does drain their own energy, as you can see there. 199, 189. The Land Raider Crusader though boosts your energy regen as well as your health regen. 194, 189. They do have this energy draining and regenerating dynamic running through the Grey Knights faction, as well as ability denial. 189, 189 now. Single cap for Grey Knights. Can they hold on? Bar any big mistakes or wonder plays from the Eldar, I think we have a Grey Knight victory here. Hans and Tyger both have enough red to drop a storm, but they aren't tier 3. And Hans has almost capped out his population. 168, 189. Grey Knight Dreadnought going into a whole bunch of stuff, including Banshees and Wraith Guard using Maelstrom. But there's a Spirit Stone's heal. Can it survive here? 154, 189. There's a triple cap for the Grey Knights. Wraith Guard are going to help finish off this Dreadnought, it looks like. Down it goes. This stuff just a fraction too late to save it, or support it at least. Interception teleporting in, going after the D cannon. They're going to whack it out as well. Yes, that was Adila's. There's the levitation field. We'll throw back these interceptors doing damage. Bang. Howling Banshee though taking friendly fire from the Wraith Guard, and so was the Farseer there. And there is Dark Excommunication. You saw it just flash over the heads of the Eldar, global ability of the brother of the Grey Knights, I should say. I'm not sure who actually used it. It might have been Phantom, because he has no red now. But there's the triple cap, and Grey Knights have the map, and we have a level 10 brother captain for Caeltos. Had purified blades at the end, and there is the concede from the Eldar team. The series finishes 2-1 for Eldar. Grey Knights coming through very strongly in the last game, but the second game was pretty much a landslide for the Eldar. First game was back and forth, but the Eldar took it quite comfortably at the end. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this series. More faction wars to come. Big thank you to all of the players for taking their time to entertain you with these faction wars, and I'll see you next time.